made by loving hands. A thing of beauty and utility. I was going to start with £5. It's a bargain at £5. Do I see any hands? If there's a connoisseur in the house, will go £3 for it. £2. £1. 10 shillings. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 shillings is offered for a musical box you couldn't buy anywhere in London for less than £5. It'd be stealing to let it go for 10 shillings. Like taking milk from a baby.
All right, we're selling for 10 shillings.
10 shillings, 10 shillings is offered, 10 shillings is offered, 10 shillings is offered. Then anybody give me £1? Bring me £1?
I won't give me £1. £1 is offered, £1 is offered, ladies and gentlemen, £1 is offered. It's against you, sir. Will you go to £2? Will you go to £2, sir?
£2. £2 is offered. £2 is offered. Going once.
Twice. Third and the last call.
So to the gentleman for £2.
Sorry, my dear.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, comes the opportunity to purchase an exact duplicate of the beautiful little musical box just bought by this gentleman for the ridiculous low price of £2. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same. Made with the same hands.
You hear that? Isn't that lovely? That tinkle, 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 tinkle.
Sounds like Bow Bells to me, you know, with little angels pulling on the ropes, eh? Who'll give me £2 for it? Who's starting with £2? Will anybody start with £2? Oh, come, ladies and gentlemen. You know, from your enthusiasm, we might all be in Scotland instead of London.
Please buy it for me, Daddy.
£2, certainly not. We all might be in Scotland. Besides, I don't like his manner.
£1, 10 shillings.
£1. £1 is ours. £1 is offered.
£1 is offered, going £1. Any advance? Going once, going twice. The third and the last call.
Sold to the lady for £1.
Smart bidding, my dear.
Thank you.
We come to the third and last of these beautiful little musical boxes. Exactly the same. Tinkle, tinkle. Isn't that lovely? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't bring you here to gull you and swindle you. This is the exact replica of those two I just sold before.
We're closed.
But this is extremely important.
Come in, sir, come in.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but I was unfortunately delayed from arriving in time to bid on certain articles which I was rather anxious to obtain.
Or perhaps they weren't sold, sir. We are carrying several things over. What might the articles be, sir?
3 identical musical boxes, about so large.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but they were sold. Pity you weren't here to bid on them. They didn't bring anything like the real value.
I'm most anxious to obtain them. I wonder if your records would show who the purchasers were.
Oh, we don't usually give out that information, sir.
For certain, shall we say, sentimental reasons, I'm most anxious to get in touch with the purchasers. I'd be willing to pay, shall we say, £5.
Well, for certain sentimental reasons, sir, we'd be very happy to oblige. Alfred, today's sale. The 3 musical boxes.
Musical boxes, oh. Ah, here we are.
The first purchase for £2 from Mr. Julian Emery, 52 Portman Square. Write his addresses down, Alfred.
Yes, sir.
Second didn't leave any name.
Oh, how unfortunate.
I think she's a dealer. You see, they don't like us to know where the things are going.
On account of the profits.
You say the second purchaser was a woman. Can you give me a description of her?
Oh, she was a young woman. Fairly tall, slender. Had a light complexion and dark hair, and she was wearing
a grey suit, don't you remember?
That's right.
She probably runs a gift shop. She paid £1.
You say she comes here fairly frequently?
No, I didn't say so. But she does, sir. Like as not, she'll come in on Thursday. We have sales on Mondays and Thursdays.
Oh. And the third box?
The third? Oh, Mr. William Kilgore, 143B Hampton Way.
For 10 shillings.
Quite a drop from £2.
Mr. Kilgore was a Scotchman.
Oh. Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Oh, thank you, sir. And any time you pass things dropping, we always have lovely things for sale. Our card, sir?
Thank you. I'll be back Thursday.
The message reached us too late. Musical boxes are being sold. Well, let's get out of here. someday you'll go too far. Reaching for a star, you fool. Yet a fool may touch a star, Colonel Cavanaugh, if he but reach high enough, but not possess it as you would.
The musical boxes, they're being sold. What a pity for you, my dear Colonel.
Is it my fault that the message reached us only an hour ago? Is it my fault that they were sold? You can't hold me responsible for that.
Hope for your sake you're right.
Upon you tonight at 7:45, a gentleman who desires to consult you upon a matter of the very deepest moment. Remember that letter, Holmes? It was written over 2 years ago. An interesting case, devilishly interesting. Irene Adler. What a striking-looking woman from the brief glance I had of her. Seems only yesterday. What charm. What poise, and what a mind. Sharp enough and brilliant enough to outwit the great Sherlock Holmes himself.
I take it the new issue of the Strand magazine is out, containing another of your slightly lurid tales.
Indeed.
What do you call this one?
I call it A Scandal in Bohemia. Not a bad title, eh?
If you must record my exploits, I do wish you'd put less emphasis on the melodramatic and more on the intellectual issues involved.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I do hope you've given the woman a soul. She had one, you know.
By the woman, I suppose you mean Irene Adler.
Yes. I shall always remember her as the woman.
Ryan? I think it.
That's the old boy. How are you?
How are you, old boy? I haven't seen you for years. I want you to meet my old friend Sherlock Holmes. Holmes, this is Stinky. In other words, Julian Emery.
How do you do, Mr. Emery? Watson has often spoken of you.
Oh, has he? Yes, we were at school together. Yes, more years ago than I care to remember, but you didn't come in here just to remind me of that.
No, I just happened to be in the neighborhood and saw your lights burning, so I took the liberty of looking you up. Still writing your mystery stuff?
Yes, there's a new one out this week.
Good, I never miss them.
Oh, good, thanks. I say that bandage makes you look very interesting. Still poking your nose into other people's business as usual? Who hit you?
I haven't the foggiest notion. Somebody knocked me on the head in my own living room, and then proceeded to commit the most idiotic burglary you ever heard of. Fellow must have been balmy as a coot.
Balmy? Why? Come sit down, old boy.
Yeah.
You like a cup of tea?
Huh? Oh, all right.
I'll go and tell Mrs. Hudson.
Why do you say the robbery was idiotic, Mr. Emery?
Oh, simply from the fact that with about £5,000 worth of musical boxes in my living room, the thief, who I caught in the act, made off with one that isn't even worth £5.
I gather you're a collector of musical boxes.
Yes, I am indeed. Some of them very beautiful, but not the one that was stolen. The thief evidently grabbed the first thing that came to his hand when he heard me coming into the room.
Still, it's rather odd, isn't it, that having disposed of you, he didn't pick up something more valuable. Was there anything unusual about the stolen box?
No, nothing at all. No, I picked it up in the south of France, several years ago.
You say you have many valuable music boxes, and yet the thief made off with one that isn't worth £5. Sounds like rather an intriguing little problem.
Well, I take it that he was just an ordinary petty thief and didn't know the value.
That is a possible explanation, and yet I venture to say that the average petty thief has a more extensive knowledge of the value of objets d'art than the average collector.
Well, anyway, that's gotten the odds theory. They didn't get very excited about it.
That's consistent anyway. I wonder if I might see your collection, Mr. Emery.
Oh, of course you could, yes. Nothing a collector likes more than showing off his trophies. When will it suit you?
No time like the present.
Good. My place is just round in Portman Square.
Shall we?
Yes, right.
Hello? Where are you going? Stinky hasn't had his tea yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're going round to my place. Well, I'm going to give you something better than tea. Now, this one was made for Louis XV, and is one of the very few still in existence from that period. And a particularly fine specimen at that. Charming, isn't it?
Quite.